There seems to almost always be some confusion with beginners on the difference between a squat and a deadlift. And I think everybody should incorporate some kind of deadlift into their program, even if you're pregnant. So I'm going to show you how to do it safely and a few tips to make your deadlift go more smoothly. So if you're a beginner, I highly recommend using a dumbbell or a kettlebell instead of a barbell. Uh, so start with a nice wide stance to give room for your belly. So toes pointed out, feet shoulder width apart. Now, in a squat, you're going to be making this movement go up and down. Now, in a deadlift, you need to sit the hips back. So you see the difference here, up and down, lots of knee bend. Deadlift is more soft knee, sticking butt back. But what I don't want is this, where we get this arch. So one thing I found to be really helpful with my clients is to have a wall behind you when you start deadlifting. So if you have the weight directly beneath your feet, beneath your body, between your feet, what you're going to do here to ensure you're getting a hip hinge instead of going up and down is make sure your butt touches the wall as you go back. So you can practice this without a weight at all. Go back, touch the wall, come back up. Touch the wall, come back up. And the goal here is going to be trying to keep your upper body in a straight line instead of sitting just your butt back and getting that arch. Try to keep your belly, your rib cage down to some extent instead of flaying your rib cage up. If you keep your rib cage down and sit your hips back to the wall, you should get this nice setup for a deadlift. So hands down in front of you, chest up, sit hips back, and then pull. Now, if you have a hard time doing this, you can also use a raised surface. You could use a couple of 45-pound plates. You can use an exercise step. I'm going to use a small wooden box. You can place the weight on top of that. This will bring the weight closer to you and make it easier to lift. So now with hands in front of you, weight directly below you, sit the hips back and pick it up. Back down to the box and pick it up. I hope you found it helpful.